in the same block of code, I was still logging stuff. So it wasn't like I was saying like log that.
Hey? Dismiss. I'm just trying to read them, Garrett. Easy, buddy. It didn't even do anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like if you want to hit, so one really big issue that I came across was like triggering stuff too closely after animations were, so if you like, imagine you load up a view and then the like login view comes up, but you have like another view that sides in, you can kind of chain those off completion blocks if you need to. Yeah, you have to, otherwise it's going to tell you like you're doing these too quickly. But you can put a block under. So basically what I've done here, I've implemented this done method. I've created my push view controller, and then I'm going to view, present view controller, push view. So this isn't like a, this won't be that navigation push yet. This is a modal view, so it'll slide up from the bottom. And you can attach different animations. You don't have to use just the slide up. There's all types of different system animations, or you can use things like pop to create your own animations. Or you can even just go straight down and create your own animations with CA animation. So if I was to run this now, not in. I do not want to. Okay, so I've got my save button. When I hit that, it crashes. Is this what you're talking about? I'm paid by the hour, Garrett. Push view controller. It's come back to haunt me. What did I do wrong? Why didn't you guys say anything? Alright, so now when I hit save, promotion's great, just because you kind of don't have to do a lot of the boilerplate. Okay, so third time lucky. Oh. Oh. What's it called? Oh, you know what I've done. Yeah, so you can put self as well.
No way.
Man. What the hell is this method called? Present view controller.
Dude, try that. Navigation. No.
Oh,
Completion.
the old completion block. Use. So if you don't want a completion, so if you don't want to execute like a completion block, just pass nil. I just wanted to show you guys that. Alright, 5th time lucky. Alright. So you'll see here that because I didn't wrap it in a navigation controller, it doesn't have the button that I added to it. So there's no way to kind of get out of this screen right now. So it's time to just exit and go home. But what you can do is wrap it in a navigation controller. So if I go, I'm just going to copy it. No, I know, but I wanted to show modals first. And then, this is a build-up. No? I do not like Sublime.
Horrible.
So all I'm doing is wrapping in another UI navigation controller. And I think you can just, like if you make it a separate class, just reuse the same one. Yep, so now I've got my view and I've got my edit button. When I hit edit, it disappears. And that completion block that I wrote. So I wrote a little completion block, just whipped it up, whatever, where it had put dismissed when it's finished dismissing the animation view controller. So I'll run it again. Right, so when I hit done, when I hit save, it's going to run the done method here, and it's going to show, it's going to present the view controller with that view, it's going to animate it, and then it's going to not run a completion block. And then when I hit edit, which is for some reason done, it's going to run the dismiss action, and it's going to dismiss the view controller, animate it true, and run that completion block. And you'll see that happen in the REPL, dismissed. So modals are pretty cool, but we don't really want a modal because it's not a login view or anything. It's not like a temporary information, I guess. Apple, have a read of the style, what do you call them? Style docs or... Yeah, the human interface guides, those things. And they're pretty helpful about like what to use certain views for, what to use certain like loading bars or progress bars, how to use those. But what we really want to do is rather than present it, we want to push it. So we get that slide on and then slide off. So what's this one? Push view controller, push view animated true. No completion. Yes. Yeah, navs on navs. And then this one, I want to go self dot navigation controller dot pop. navigation controller. Thanks, friends. And then no completion. Animated. Oh, okay, sure. Pop controller. Animated. So I'll get rid of the animated in a bit, and you kind of see the difference as well, right? I'm pretty cowboyish with this stuff. So now that I've changed it to like a navigation controller push pop, so the navigation controller stores its kind of stack as an array, and then you push onto that and you can pop off it. And it'll remember the order that you put them on, so you'll never pop. There's ways, like if you've popped like 3 controllers on there, there's a way you can go straight back to the like root view controller of that navigation controller. So now if I hit save, it's going to open up my push view, it's going to slide in from the side. I can do the fancy... Hey, so I can do that, right? And then it gives me... So if I hit edit, hey, just dismisses it. Actually, I changed it to pop view controller. Dismiss might crash. I did change it, absolutely. Yeah, it is still called dismiss. Yeah. Yeah. No. So, I mean, if we were to just really simply and quickly add a label just to the center of the screen, I can go, yeah, I can just do a view. Or I could just add a label, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying replace.
Oh, yeah, view.
It's not like we storyboard them. You can, yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Stay away from it. All of the basically, as soon as you start doing something that isn't English, make a little wrapper for it inside out. Dark room, base camp was not, yeah, apparently.
Yeah, they... I was Nick Quarantino, who made the first one, wrote it in RubyMotion, but then I think afterwards they rewrote it in Objective-C, but it's still very half and half between HTML and Objective-C. I think they do the Chrome in Objective-C, but then all the views and the stuff in the views is all HTML5, rendered from the server. Yeah. So I think that's enough. I don't know, I don't do labels very often. People guess with my apps. So then if I go view, add subview, label, actually I'm going to want to go the text. Yes, it does. Not an issue. So these you can go, like, I think you can make your own, right? So you pass in the XY coordinates, and then the whatevers. So this is going to be down the bottom, no, up the top. So they're like, coordinates are positive down, positive across, so X, Y still. Yeah, same Y, that's right, yeah. So with any luck, that will just work. Yeah, you're probably right. So you got with iOS 6 it wasn't an issue because it pushed the view down, but with iOS 7 the view extends above into the navigation controller, so you get that beautiful layer and that feeling of depth and context within your app.
That was a great sound.
So I think it's 64, but I'm just going to set it at 100. When I sat down and thought about this app, I wanted to know how could I capture the context. We had to redesign everything about the label. Yeah, so then there we've got our label. So if I was to rotate this, yep, there we go. It stays in the same spot, but you can do things where if you rotate, so you can use auto layouts, you can create different views for different orientations, and like for iPad and things like that. I'm not going to do that here because that's way out of the scope of like the 30 more seconds. Yeah, Motion Kit, which is like really good for that stuff as well. Yeah, I think this is ready for the App Store.
That's comply with the guidelines. Just call it Hello Cloud and everybody will download it. Put it up for like Flappy Cloud.
Yeah. So when you download this app, you're in the cloud. It's great for getting your mum and dad into the cloud. Crash. Too much cloud going on. Alright, Flappy Cloud, you're in. Yo. So yeah, there's like heaps you can do. We've really only scratched the surface. You can create, so like here for example, where I've done just a UI label, you can create a whole different UI view and then put things into that. So you can add subviews to subviews to subviews. And then if I was to go, so for example, if I rake and build that, yeah. Not in the same file, but you can have like a separate Objective-C and then compile that with your app.
It works almost exactly the same as I'm still really new to stuff like that.
So you see here, right, as you were saying before about how if you want to change around different things, a real rudimentary way. If I hold control and then... No? Oh, here we go. Oh, there you go. So you can kind of see, right, that's my label, then I've got my view, and it puts a little red bar around it. Hold command. Yep.
So if you go yo, can you move it in line now? No.
Oh, that's a pretty hefty challenge. So if I go self.frame equals...
Not that you have to, I mean, you can just keep compiling. You can just, it's so much faster.
There you go. Done.
Yeah, you know why that didn't work?
Because symbol not found. Lazy symbols.
Oh, no, that's what no, if there are macros, that wouldn't work.
I give up.
There's a third-party library, right?
Yeah.